Hi, Silicon Dragon Lady here, and we're going to be doing some test hands of the Ritual Control deck. I've been getting a lot of requests for this, so we're finally going to do it, so buckle up. First, I would like to issue an apology. While I do see comments on my videos, some of the notifications don't work that well. So while I was going through my older builds of the Ritual Control deck, I've been seeing comments asking, hey, can you do some test hands, some combo videos? How does the deck work? So we're going to do that with my latest build of the Ritual Control deck. And if you have not seen that video, we're going to do a quick rundown on what's in it. So we have 3 copies of support to make a Monarch to zap your own extra deck along with your opponents, which you get a lot of good grave effects. We have a copy of Vanity's Ruler to stop your opponent from special summoning. It's a fairy and it's searchable. We have 3 copies of the Talisman, 1 copy of Artifact Lancia, searchable because it's a fairy, and banishing is a big thing in this format. So like, if you can get this card out and activate it when you can, that's going to be really, really good. 3 copies of the book. We have 2 copies of the Candle, 3 copies of Pencil Plume, 1 Divinator of the Heralds, very searchable, 1 Blue Eyes Chaos Max for the beat stick with double piercing, lots of protections. We got 1 Boyfriend to bounce the monsters, 1 Drake Overlord to skip your opponent's main phase 1 and turn off most of the monsters in the extra deck except for Lynx, 1 Girlfriend to shuffle in the back row, 1 White Knight of Dogmatica, so you can, it's like a mini Zaborg. You can send a card from your extra deck and 1 from your opponent's extra deck to the grave. 1 Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon. Basically, it's a guaranteed bounce of your opponent's back row. They can't respond to it, and as long as he stays on the field, your opponent must pay in order to activate a card effect. We have 3 copies of the Chalice Slime to reveal, get the incantation engine going. 1 Benton. Basically, you use it as a tribute to search out your fairy monsters, which I've already listed. 2 Preparation of Rice to search out the boyfriend, the girlfriend, and the corresponding magic card. 3 Pop Extravagance for the ritual. We have 2 copies of Recurring Nightmare. It'd be nice to fit in 3 copies, but 2 seems to work. All you do is you target 2 dark monsters with 0 defense, add them back to your hand, so this allows you to recycle copies of your Talisman, your Bookstone, or even the Chaos Max. He has 0 defense, he's a dark monster. 3 copies of Preparation of Rice to add a level 7 or lower ritual monster to your hand, and if you have a ritual magic card in your graveyard, you can recover that. 2 Shinobird's Calling. This is used to summon out the boyfriend or the girlfriend, but you want to use the Ben 10 as one of the tribute materials, so that way you can get her effect to search your deck for a Divinator, your Lancia, or your Vanity's Ruler. And 3 copies of Incantation Ascension. This allows you to ritual summon any ritual monster you want, but the incantations have to be the tribute material, and it can equal or exceed the levels. And actually, it's the same thing with the Shinobird's Calling. The levels have to equal or exceed, so you don't have to worry about. The only thing you have to worry about is not having enough levels. So that's why I like these ritual cards very, very much. Now for the extra deck, 3 copies of Fossil Warrior Skull Knight. When this is in the graveyard, once per turn you can banish it, and you can target a monster your opponent controls and you can destroy it. Elder Entity Entis, it's a fairy. Once this hits the graveyard, you can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it, so it can be front row, back row, and this can be used with the effect of Divinator when she's normal summoned. You can send a fairy from your extra deck to the graveyard, so it includes her. It also includes 3 copies of Herald of Arclight, which is also a fairy. Once this hits the graveyard, you can search your deck for a ritual monster or magic card. 3 copies of Wind Pegasus Enigster. This is really good. Once it's in your graveyard, once per turn, when your opponent were to destroy your monster either by battle or card effect, banish this card, and you get to bounce your opponent's monster into the deck and shuffle it. No one sees this happen, sees this coming, and it's a really good surprise effect. And to fill up extra space, I have IP Masquerina. You only need 2 non-link monsters to get it out. So say if your opponent were to spam your board with tokens on their first turn, you can go into this, one Nightmare Phoenix and one Nightmare Unicorn. Like you're not, I've only summoned these once because due to the incantations, you're essentially locked out of your extra deck. But it doesn't matter, you're not summoning anything. You only want your extra deck for the grave effects that send things from the extra deck to the grave. And for the side deck, probably the most important card would be your Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere mode, because if your opponent were to get a negate board out, you can at least get rid of 3 of the monsters, and it's a normal summon. So if your opponent happens to have a Vanity's Ruler lock on you, or Crysteria locks, and something that prevents you from special summoning, you can get around that with Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere mode. And of course, staples like Ash. I have a Necros of Unicorn. In case you're going against a deck that has really powerful Link monsters, at least this can disable them. Back row removal, Royal Decree, and Dark Ruler no more. But again, this all depends on what you have at your locals. So let's go ahead and start some test hands, and I explain how this deck works. So let's go ahead into our first test hand. Ooh, we can do a few things here. Now, when I play, I like to try to go first because we don't know what our opponent's playing. And the card I tend to go for, if you watch my streams, is to go for the Drake Overlord, because it forces your opponent to skip their main phase 1 so they can't battle you, and they will go into their main phase 2 so you can see what it is that they have. But as an added bonus, their Fusion Nexus and Synchros are turned off, so they're going to be hindered no matter what. So right now we have Zaborg, so right now we could actually zap their extra deck and their own for added effects. We have the Talisman. So the Talisman requires us to have a ritual monster to activate, which we already have. But even if we didn't have Talisman, we have a Preparation of Rites that can search our deck for a level 7 or lower ritual monster. But we are going to jump right in. So we're going to activate the Talisman by showing our opponent the Talisman. This will summon itself from your hand to the field, but you also summon an incantation of a different name from your deck, and whatever one you search for is the one that's going to give you the additional search. So we're going to summon, let's see, let's go ahead and get a magic card. So when it's summoned from the deck, you get your search. All right, we're going to grab our, basically the Inception is the the cure-all for for summoning these ritual monsters. Now it is important to summon a different one now. I'm pretty sure you can't summon another Talismandra, but the problem is they have to be of different names, because you can only use the effect of an incantation hard once per turn. So say if I were to get one of the same name, I can't get the search effect. So you have to be very careful of which incantations you get out, because if you do it twice, no effect. And listen, I've done that. So check your graveyard to make sure you used it during your turn or not. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and normal summon Zaborg to make a Monarch. And because the Candle is a light monster, we're going to get the full effect. So we're going to use the effect to pop itself. It's a level 8, which means we must send as many extra deck monsters to the grave as possible. 8. 8 is the most that we can send. So let's see. Because I'm going first, I usually go for 3 Arclight for the searches, and any combination of the Fossil Skull Knight, because it allows you to pop one of your opponent's cards in the next turn. So we're going to send, let's see, we got 3. Let's send 2 of the Fossils. We're sending 3 Enixter. So that's going to be more control. If our opponent were to destroy our monsters with a card effect or by battle, we can banish and bounce. So I want to trigger the effect of 3 of our Arclights. And we're going to do it again. Okay, so 3 searches. So again, we're going first. I really, really want to get out the Drake Overlord. He's the most important. Now, we already have 2 Inceptions, so because we're still not sure what they're playing, let's add some more control effects to it. Let's go ahead and look for, let's look for a boyfriend. Bouncing the front row is usually pretty important. And let's make sure we get a Bird's Calling, because we can still go ahead and search for our Ben 10. It's levels, 7 or lower. All right, now we're going to go ahead. Now we don't have enough materials to get out the Drake Overlord. It's a level 8. Child Slime is only level 7, but that is okay. We're going to activate it. We're going to show our opponent, and we're going to ditch the Inception. The reason why I'm doing that is we can still recover it from the grave. So we're going to... We are going to use the book. Activate the book from the deck to get back our Inception. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out our Child Slime. I'm sorry, our Drake Overlord. So we're going to activate this. Select, and we're going to use both of these as the materials. Put in defense mode because our opponent, more people tend to have Lightning Storm, and I have fell for this. So put in defense mode, end our turn. So our opponent's going to go into draw their card, battle phase. They can't battle. They're going to do what they want in their main phase too. So we're going to go to the end phase, and now it's our turn again. And again, we can do some mean things here, actually. We can do some mean things. So the Pencil Plume requires us to have a ritual monster, which we already have. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to activate it. We're going to show off the Ben 10. We're going to, Now, again, we summon depending what you want to do. If you want to find a monster from your deck, we go for a Talisman. If you want to get another ritual magic, we want to go for the Candle. If you want to recover the Inception from the graveyard, you can go for a Bookstone. But the thing is, we already have it in the grave. So the Inception has a neat effect that allows us to return it to our hand by sending an incantation from our field or hand to the graveyard to summon another in from the deck. And because it's from the deck, you can get the effect providing you didn't already use it. So I would like, in this case, to get a monster. Let's get another monster. And we don't know what our opponent has, so why don't we go ahead and let's get a Odd Eyes here. Let's get an Odd Eyes. Always good to have one for backup. Now, we're going to activate the Inception. Actually, no, we're going to leave it in there for now. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Shino Bird's Calling. We're going to get the Boyfriend. We're going to use these two as the tribute materials. And we're going to trigger Ben 10's effect in the grave. Now, again, this is situational. Let's say Boyfriend's effect goes through and we bounce the cards back to their extra deck or their hand. The best card in this situation would be the Vanity's Ruler because we do have ways to normal summon it. So let's go ahead and get more materials for that. So we're going to activate the Inception. We send a imp from our field to the grave, and ooh, what did we already use up? We already used a Talisman, and I think we already used, okay. We're gonna activate this. We're gonna get back our Shino Bird's Calling. All right, so let's go ahead and battle phase. We're gonna attack, and I forgot to put my Drake Overlord in attack mode, but that's all right. Main phase 2. All right, we're going to do a normal summon. Now, what cards you want to tribute? It all depends. It's going to prevent them from doing a special summoning anyway. So what I would do, I would actually sack the Drake Overlord and Incantation, because their field is pretty thin already due to the effect of Boyfriend. So we're going to end our turn, affect the Boyfriend, comes back to you, and we have our tokens. And really, that's the control aspect of this deck. We'll go to end phase, and let's see what we draw. Okay, Reoccurring Nightmare. Oh boy, this is busted. So we're going to activate it because we have quite a few imps in our grave. So these are the ones we can get back. They're both dark. So let's get back a book and a talisman. Keep this going because why not? Let's let's activate the bookstone by revealing the Inception. Let's summon, let's summon the pencil from the deck. This allows us to recover a monster from the grave. So, okay, why don't we go ahead and get back our Drake Overlord? We're going to activate Inception. We're going to special summon the Drake Overlord, so they have to skip their main phase 1 again. Assuming our tokens are still there, we can activate the Shinobu's Calling, get out Boyfriend, bounce 3 cards, go to battle phase, and we're just going to end the game. So that is the gist of how it works. Let's try one more test hand. Ooh, okay. All right, now we have 2 copies of the Bookstone. Not ideal, but we know there's a third one in the deck, so that's the important thing. Now, we don't have any ritual magic cards to correspond with it, but we have ways to do it. So we're going to start by activating the Pop Extravagance, banish 6, and draw 2 cards. And let's hope we can get a magic card here. Oh, we still don't, but we do have the Talisman. The Talisman requires a ritual monster, which we have, but we also have as a board the Mega Monarch. So we can zap our opponent's extra deck to the grave. But we won't be able to choose, unfortunately, because we need to get a light monster. So let's do that. Let's activate the Talisman, show them Chaos Max, and we want to summon a candle from the deck. When summoned from the deck, it allows us to search for a ritual magic. So we're going to do that, actually. We are going to do that. Let's get the Inception. Get summon whatever you want, pretty much. So let's normal summon Zaborg. We're going to trigger the effect, target itself, destroy, and we're going to send. Now we already used the power of extravagance, so our options are limited. So we only have one, arc light left. So that's 1, 2, 3. We got 3 copies of the Pegasus. Skull Knights, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to keep the Antis there just in case. So we're going to activate. Alright, now in this situation, I would still like to go for the Drake Overlord, just in case. So we're going to assume that we sent 8 of our opponent's activated monsters to the deck. I'm sorry, to the grave. So they're already heavily disabled. But now we have a ritual magic, so we're going to activate Bookstone. And, well, we already used the effect of Talisman, and we already used the effect of Candle. The only one left to activate would be Pencil Plume, but it won't work because we don't have a ritual monster in the grave. So to make sure we have enough levels to summon this Zaborg, we're going to go ahead and grab the Talisman for no effect. It's just going to be there. Alright, so we're going to use the Inception, we're going to activate it, we're going to get out Drake Overlord in defense, just in case there's a lightning storm, and we're going to activate the preparation of rites. I want to get a Chow Slime to make sure my engine can go off the next turn, and we're going to recover Inception from our grave. So we're going to end. Our opponent skips main phase 1, they can't battle, they're going to do their thing in the second, entering end phase. Alright, so assuming they're still playing, because in my experience, a lot of people tend to quit when I zap the extra deck. So if they have anything on their field, we can activate some grave effects. We can banish this Fossil War Skull Knight to target and destroy one of their monsters. We can do that, or we can just keep going with this engine. So we have a magic, a ritual magic and a monster. We have a talisman and a book, so we can do whatever we want. So We're going for damage here, okay? So we're going to activate the Bookstone, show them our magic card. And the one we want to grab, oh, we already used our talismans. Okay, that's fine. We're going to grab another ritual magic. You can never have enough. You can never have enough. So let's go for another Inception here. But we need more material, so we're going to activate the talisman. We'll show off Chaos Max, just to scare them a little bit. People are still afraid of Chaos Max. They really are. It's difficult to get over. All right. We don't have a monster in the grave, so we can't really use the effect. So, yeah, let's go for it. Let's activate. Get Chaos Max. Put this into attack mode. And let's battle. Alright, end phase. And if our opponent hasn't really quit by now, we'll go for one more turn. Oh, we have a recurring nightmare, so we're going to activate it. We're going to recover one of each. So this is going to keep it going here. We're going to, now we don't have, let's see here. So apparently we don't have any more incantations, or at least enough to go into the deck here. Because while I do have a corresponding monster or magic to trigger the engine, it's not going to go through. So, you know what? Just for the laughs, let's activate Inception. We're going to special summon the Chow Slime. I don't do this very often, but it has a nifty effect. If you activate it, you can send a incantation from your hand or field, and you can destroy one of your opponent's monsters. So let's go to battle phase and attack for a game. So that is how the engine works, and you know what? Let's go online with this. Let's play one more hand, but for real. We're gonna go online and see if anyone wants to go against this deck. Let's see, refresh, just 1v1. Okay, how about this one, Alex? I'm ready to play, Alex 7, come on. All right. I'm so bad at Rochambeau. I would love to go first, because I got a decent hand for this. Oh, I am going first! Oh, right. Well, let's start with Pop Extravagance. Banish 6, and if they ash this, it won't be a big deal. Won't be a big deal, because I can get this engine going here. And, oh, we're playing Thunder Dragons. Ah, I still got 2 Zaborgs. Well, at least I got discard fodder if I need it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and zap the extra deck. So we are going to activate the pencil, show them our girlfriend, our main lady, and, you know, I would like to get a ritual magic just to keep this going, because we have a bookstone. The bookstone requires a ritual magic, so we are going to search our deck for Inception. Let's go for Inception. All right, we're going to normal summon. We got 2 lights here, so this is going to be extra mean. All right, we're going to pop himself. My options are limited, so 1 arc light, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's keep that Entis in there. So my opponent, oh, look, oh my goodness, my opponent's playing some pretty powerful stuff. We're going to get rid of their Dragoon. No. Okay, let's get rid of the Savage. Okay, we're getting these 3. Code Talker, 4 looks. So, oh boy. Oh boy. Dragoon. What a, oh, we have Titan. Well, in that case, I'm going to get rid of the Predaplan to make sure they don't. Okay, we only have 1 Arclight. Let's disable them even further. I'm going to search for my Drake Overlord. So let's keep the engine going here. We have a Bookstone, so we're going to activate Bookstone, show off our Inception. We are going to, let's get another monster. I don't think we've used our talisman yet. Because they're playing Thunder Dragons, I think we should... I got a feeling... Yeah, let's go for the boyfriend, just in case. So we're going to activate the Inception. We're going to put him in defense mode. Just in case. I'd be paranoid. I'm paranoid over that. So we're going to activate pre-preparation because I want to get a Child Slime to play things safe. And we are going to recover our ritual. So we can keep this going. Okay, that was pretty mean. Let's end and let's see what our opponent does. So, standby, main phase 1. Battle phase, they can't battle me. If they got a lightning storm, it's not going to be worth anything right now. So, chaos space, okay. Let's see what they can do from their main hand. Now, technically, they can still do a few things with the extra deck, but it's very limited. Now, in the fusions that are left there, they're turned off. Link monsters is the only thing they're going to be able to go after. So they're going to banish there. Okay, we're going into the white and black dragon combo. I will admit, I have not gone against Thunder Dragons in the TCG in a really long time. Really long time. I'm more used to the Duel Links version, but I remember when Thunder Dragons came out, oh, they're insanely powerful. Colossus was the big thing, but to side deck for that, I would always use an Imperial Iron Wall, the trap card. Stops anyone from banishing, and there you go. There you go. Now, of course, if I were to do the Ben 10 play, you know, search out the Xenobird's Calling with a Ben 10 and get out one of these, the fairy I would search for at this point would be the Lancia, although my opponent's going to do what they want to do right now. So, going first, I guess the best card would have been the Vanity's Ruler. Vanity's Ruler would have been amazing. So one-sided. A lot of people think that Vanity's Ruler should be banned. I think it is ban-worthy because of the effect. But not a lot of people are playing it. It's people like me with Rituals and Drytrons. You can do the Vanity's Lockdown. So my opponent is still trying to figure out what to do. Like, they don't have a lot of options. Okay, they're banishing. This will work. So they're going to... Oh, they're shuffling in. They bashed 3 dark, so they shuffled the girlfriend. That's okay. That's not that bad. I prefer to keep the boyfriend than the girlfriend. So, okay, they're getting with the chaos space. Alright. Something has gone back there. Ooh. Chaos Valkyria. So this is definitely a Chaos Thunder Dragon kind of thing. So we're going to banish their Boar Sword, get out Chaos Valkyria. Can't be normal summon if you're special summoned by card effect. Okay. Okay. Well, their time is running a little low here, so I'm curious what they're going to go into. It's full field. It's full field. You got 5 monsters. End phase. Okay. Alright. Alright. This, Alright, let's activate one of my Skull Knights. You can only do it once per turn. Let's pop the Lavender. That's a pretty big beat stick right there. Alright, I would like... Now we have to be careful because there's hand traps. So I'm going to activate the Chalice Slime. I'm going to send the Monarch. Actually, no, wait. Let's send itself. What would I like to get? Because I have the materials for this. I'm going to bring... Oh, see, this is the tricky thing about... Okay. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and bring back my Chalice Slime. That's what the plume does. Bring it back for more materials. Alright. So I would like to bring out the boyfriend. Bring him out, Child Slime, and the pencil. Activate the effect to bounce 3 of these back to the hand. Let's go ahead and... I'm not going to activate anything in there quite yet. Alright, let's go to battle phase. Okay, let's go with boyfriend. Don't have anything for main phase 2. I could chance it with another Zaborg, but let's go to end phase. Bring back the boyfriend, because he did what he needed to do. He chased him away. And we're going to replace him with 3 nice feathery tokens. And I hope they don't have a lightning storm at this point, because I got him into attack mode. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So they're going to try and get out some fusion. Alright. He got back his Dragoon. Alright. So he's going to use the effect to pop. Alright. So we're going to go into Thunder Dragon Roar. We're going to keep on. So he's going to have his battle phase. So can he do it? Let's find out. Alright, Dragoon. Dragoon can negate. We can negate. So we gotta try to bait this out. We have to bait this out. So we have ways to do it. Okay, let's go ahead and activate the Inception. We are going to ditch Child Slime. Will Dragoon negate it? Will Dragoon negate it? Yes. Okay. I was sort of counting on that. But the important thing is we baited it out. Alright, no problem. We're going to activate Show Them the Child Slime. We're going to ditch Zaborg the Mega Monarch. Now we need to have materials. So we're going to get out the Bookstone. We're going to use it to recover the Inception anyway. And the thing is, Dragoon can't be targeted or destroyed. Doesn't matter. Now, that's not going to work anyway because he targets. So we're going to activate. Get out the boyfriend. Use these 2 as materials. Activate. Bounce. And we're going to go into battle phase. And they surrender before I can go for the final blow. But there you go. Even against a deck like Thunder Dragons, Chaos, Valkyries, a mixture of what they're playing. But even Dragoon, yes, with cards like this, you can get around a Dragoon. And this is just my usual method of getting around it. If you can bait it once, you can do whatever you want, providing you find your boyfriend. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the Ritual Control deck, how it works, and seeing it in action. So anyway, as always, remember to be a good sport, play the game, not the fame.